Okay, here you go, guys. So I'm back with another video. This video is showing the aftermath of what can happen after the previous video that I posted. So the if you don't know the previous video I posted, it's just a event that we have, private event. Can't say too much about it. Not trying to be no top secret, whatever. But if you into cars, you into groups, and y'all know the group code, and y'all know when y'all go out to go, do what they doing, racing and stuff like that, you understand that within that group there's certain things you do not speak about. So I'm not gonna talk too much about it, but I'm just gonna know that if y'all are out driving and speeding and whatever the case may be, this is something that you might have to face. So let's jump into it.
6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Also observed 5 to 6 cars traveling at a high rate of speed and chasing each other on a freeway in Harris County, Texas. The officer observed 4 cars in each of the 4 lanes, matching each other's speed approximately 50 miles per hour until they were aligned. And then the 2 cars in the middle took off at a high rate of speed at approximately 100 miles.
We're talking about high-speed street racing, which is not just reckless. It's a direct threat to public safety. Imagine the stakes: 6 months in jail and a hefty fine, and that's just the start. Think about it. If this were you, what would you do? Stay silent.
What would I do if this is me in this situation? Not pull over. I, I mean, I'm not trying to be that guy or that like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do like if I'm going that fast, I know I'm getting put in jail. They putting me in handcuffs. A cop is not going to give you a ticket after that. That's reckless drive. Like he's going to put you in handcuffs. Like it is what it is. He can't put you in. There's no way you're going to go home that day. No way. So for me, I'm gonna keep driving fast. That's just that's just what I would do. I'm gonna ride it out. Like I'm sorry. Like I know that sounds bad, but I'm gonna ride it out. If I get caught and I have to do the long term jail and all that stuff, I mean, I made the decision to do it. So as a man, I'll own up to the decision, go to jail, whatever the case may be. But if I'm already speeding and I see something behind me, because I think I showed my dash cam in my car, how my dash cam is set up, because it's connected to my mirror, my front mirror. Well, I guess you call it rear mirror, but my mirror in the front. So when I look back there, I have a camera that's looking in the back, so it's just a literally a straight camera view of what's behind me. So if I see something behind me, because it blurs out the lights, so you can have your high beams on, and it will literally blur it out to the point I can still see the structure of your car. So I see something coming behind me that I'm not familiar with, hit that anti-lag, drop the gear, and go. Like I'm sorry, I'm just gonna take the biggest L or take the win.
Or try to talk your way out of it.
You said there were happening to those two.
Your Honor, I don't. There are no other connected cases, just the 2.
Done it.
Which means I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep pausing, but which means they stopped, the other ones kept going. That's what that means. What happened to the other? They kept going. They stopped.
What would you do? Stay silent or try to talk your way out of it.
You said there were happening to those two.
Your Honor, I don't. There are no other connected cases, just the 2.
Done it.
My apologies if you're hearing that. That's my phone going off.
Mr. Earl, this is your second racing case.
Defense, and the judge isn't playing games. He's going for the jugular, revoking driving privileges, and he's serious about it. If Earl drives again, he's looking at additional jail time. This is a clear warning. Don't mess around with the law. So here's a question for all of you do. You think the punishment fits the crime, or is it too harsh?
What you have to do. I now also am sending you for a drug test. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system, and then you're to come right back. If I find that you don't take the test, if you don't come back, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. Do you understand?
Sure.
Take a seat.
I do have a question. May I have a reset to hire my attorney? I wasn't able to hire him today.
We will get there.
Okay.
First things first, I'm sending you for a drug test because I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. But first, you'll come up here and swear to us that you're not going to drive. Mr. Flores, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm going to tell you now, living in a city as big as Houston without the ability to drive, it's an awful thing. Do not participate in these types of things again. Otherwise, I will take your privilege to drive away from you. Do you understand? You will be signing conditions with me today, promising me that you're not going to race, street takeovers, donuts, reckless driving, any of the like. If I find that you do, I'm going to put you in jail. You will.
That's honestly, that's not the worst thing that can happen to you. Signing saying, "Hey, I'm not going to race again. I'm not going to do donuts. I'm not going to do all this reckless driving." Period. That is a break off. I'm not going to hold you. That's a break off. Honestly, I'd rather sign that paper in a heartbeat and just chill for a month or two before I even do any activities or go out to any events. That is a plus. I'm not even gonna lie. That's a plus. That could have ended with him using him as an example, or like, yeah, he got off. He got off.
To drive away from you. Do you understand? You will be signing conditions with me today, promising me that you're not going to race, street takeovers, donuts, reckless driving, any of the like. If I find that you do, I'm going to put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand? Okay. Can you file conditions on both of their cases?
Yes, Your Honor.
Racing and the like?
Yes,
Yeah. All right. I'm going to have you go over, did you check for both of the licenses to see if do you have a Texas driver license?
Okay.
Do you have liability insurance in your name? Okay, if you can run both of their licenses as well.
Yes, Your Honor.
So for now, I'm going to have you sign a reset with Victoria. After that, we'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and then you'll be free to go. When you come back, please have a lawyer, sir.
I have a lawyer.
Oh,
Yeah.
who is it?
David Lee.
Got it. Okay. Mr. Lee's going to be here, so we're going to have you wait till he gets here. So we'll have you sign a reset, take a seat in the jury box. Do not leave until you sign the bond conditions.
Okay. Your Honor, Flores is eligible. Let me run. Earl,
Please. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect the public, Mr. Earl, and I want you to understand that when I have anyone put my public in danger, I put them down. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You are not allowed to be out in the middle of the night, and I'm now giving you a curfew, and I'm putting a GPS monitor on your ankle so I know that you're not out. You will get a curfew of 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. You're ordered not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I'm going to randomly test you. The most important thing in your life now is do not drive. Do you understand?
Yes,
Under
sir.
any circumstance, are you allowed to drive? Because this is a very short life, and it really sucks spending. Do you understand?
Yes,
Under
sir.
any circumstance, are you allowed to drive? Because this is a very short life, and it really sucks spending the next 6 months in a 6x9 box. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because I've already have you sign an affidavit. I can and will have a hearing on whether to hold you in contempt if I find that you drive for any reason. I don't care what your excuse is. I don't care if you have to save anyone and take them to the hospital. It doesn't matter. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
GPS ankle monitors this is not a slap on the wrist, folks. The judge is showing zero tolerance for any
That is a slap on the wrist. That is a slap on the wrist. I'm sorry. That is 100% a slap on the wrist. Why is that? Because if you're speeding going over 100 miles an hour, they said 100 miles an hour, but I mean, like anybody that's in my group chat knows when you're racing, half the time you're going above 100 miles per hour. Let's just be real. So he's going 100-mile-an-hour plus, and the only thing he gets is do not drive, do not drink alcohol or consume alcohol, blah, blah, blah. But the most important thing, do not fucking drive at all. And then he has a curfew. And then after him having a curfew, he had to wait till his next trial or something like that. That's honestly, that's a slap on the fucking wrist. He could have been in jail for 6 months. Him being in jail is him being, getting what he deserved. Him having a ankle bracelet and having like a little curfew, like bro, I'd rather take that and come home. Yes, I'm gonna have to miss some hours from work. I'm gonna have to figure out how the fuck I'm gonna get to work and back home and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because I can't drive, whatever like that. But like, yeah, Uber gonna get very expensive. But at the end of the day, you could have been in jail. So that is a slap on the wrist. Like, I'm sorry.
One who might repeat this behavior. Now, that curfew and monitor are about keeping the public safe. But what about the defendant's rights? Does this cross a line, or is this just what needs to be done in today's world of crime prevention?
3 days. Yeah.
And you have no driving or drugs or alcohol?
Correct. Random UAs. And then depending on what the test says, if he tests positive for marijuana, he gets another test in 40 days. If he tests positive for something more illicit, then I guess we'll have to approach that bridge when it gets there.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, take a seat for me, Mr. Earl. Morning, Mr. Dunham.
Morning.
How's jail?
Terrible.
Great. That makes me happy. Because you got to understand, the worse of an experience you have, the higher likelihood when you do eventually get out, you'll think, if I do this, what's going to happen? If I say this, what's going to happen? Because that is the most important thing. You got to understand, we value public safety. It's really, really important to us. So you're here now because it looks like you picked up a case out of state and you want me to set you a bond. Is this right?
Yes, sir.
You need to understand that my only concern are two things. Number one, are you a danger to my public? And number two, if we set you a bond, are you going to go back to the jurisdiction that you wanted from?
Yes, sir.
Those are the two things that I'm concerned about. So what's he wanted for out of state?
He's wanted out of South Carolina for robbery.
Robbery?
Yes, Judge. State would be opposed to a bond. He's currently has an open case of engaging in organized criminal activity. He's also on deferred for a third-degree felony theft, which he has not yet made the bond collectively of $50,000. He's also had a prior evading with a motor vehicle, misdemeanor evading motor vehicle, criminal mischief, and a theft. And it looks like based on the dates of each charge is that they're slowly escalating. It started with catalytic converters where he's using electric saws to steal them, but in the last evading is that he was also
You know what's crazy about this? I'm sorry, I'm really bad at pausing, but like, keeping the video going and pausing. I apologize. I apologize. But it's just funny that after he's hearing the charges, the judge literally bows his head like that and literally turned and started looking at him like, "Are you serious? You want a bond? Like what?" I'm gonna wind it back some. Just look at the judge's expression when they start reading off stuff.
would be opposed to a bond.
Look at
He's
his
currently
face.
has an open case of engaging in organized criminal activity. He's also on deferred for a third-degree felony theft, which he has not yet made the bond collectively of
Look at
$50,000.
his face.
He's also had a prior evading with a motor vehicle, misdemeanor evading motor
Judge
vehicle,
like
criminal
what?
mischief, and a theft. And it looks like based on the dates of each charge is that they're slowly escalating. It started with catalytic converters where he's using electric saws to steal them, but in the last evading is that he was also driving a stolen vehicle, and obviously now he's using weaponry or threats. And so based on the fact that from 2022 to now that he has been charged at least 6 times, 3 of which are felonies, and the fact that he has 2 open cases that he has not yet made bond on is that he's a definition of a flight risk and safety risk. So I would be opposed to it.
The judge literally sitting there just like this, turning his eye, and he looked over at him like, you want what? You didn't tell me you had all this.
Judge, Mr. Denham is requesting a bond because he has finals on Monday.
Finals.
Is a sophomore, major in nursing at Southern University in Baton Rouge.
Should have thought about that.
Are you really in school? Really? But you're in Houston. You have finals on Monday?
No, I came right with
Oh. Keep it down, please. I'm going to read something to you real quick, okay? And this is from what I'm reading now. This is from the magistrate. Motion for bond conditions, Harris County, none, defendant has a hold. 10/16/24. Officers conduct an undercover sting crime suppression operation to catch suspects who are engaged in organized criminal activity, bank juggings. Officers use bait victims, undercover officers posing as bank customers, and bait vehicles. 3 suspect co-defendants, DeLeon Dunham, Messiah DeLeon Dunham, and Treventi DeMarcus Hilliard attempt a bank jugging on one bait car, but are unable to break the window. Shortly thereafter, they conduct a bank jugging on a second bait car, and this time break the window, bus signal given, and the officers execute a vehicle containment technique and a felony stop and apprehension. All 3 suspects, defendant in possession of criminal instruments. You're on probation for a 3rd-degree felony. You have an open robbery out of a different state. Let me ask you again. Do you really want me to set you a bond?
I was just asking if it was possible.
Defendant facing robbery charges asks for bond. Because he has finals. What's going on here? Is it just me, or does it feel a bit tone deaf to request a bond for exams when you've got serious criminal charges stacked up? And here's the kicker, he's already on probation.
You are public safety. Mr. Dunham, we are going to do everything in our power to protect it. And if I give you a bond, you may very well pick up did you say 6? How many charges?
Total in the course of the last 2.5 some odd years.
6?
6.
Sometimes we have to protect people from themselves because of their own personal. So, Mr. Dunham, I'm sorry, but I really think that you are a complete danger to our public, so I can't do it.
All right.
I'm sorry. But
The local, it's likely going to get reset for Tuesday, then reset again. He's set for preliminary appearance upstairs, so it's just an arraignment, but it's likely going to get kicked out again for discovery. And so I'm just
here's the deal, though. You need to understand that you have not made bond on your felony case. Okay, well, here's the deal. The problem is that while you have not made bond, your case here, the fugitive case, remains in a holding pattern.
Right.
So the time that South Carolina would normally need to come get you is told until you make bond on that felony case. The other thing is that you're also on, Dave, where was he on felony probation from?
on deferred adjudication out of the 338th District Court for a 3rd-degree felony theft.
I wonder why I can't even see that. Have they issued a motion to revoke on that one as well?
No, they set. Well, for some reason, it says to hold on JWeb, but it doesn't show it on. Hold on.
It's just from a couple of days ago. I'm assuming they're just following MAJ today.
On that.
Is that what you see, Dave?
Oh, you're right. They haven't filed the MAJ yet, but I can't see the processing queue in the 338. So if they file it, it'll be this weekend.
At some point, they're also probably going to issue another warrant for your arrest because of all these cases now, because you're on probation. So at that point, you'll also probably have to set a bond on that one, or they may not set a bond. I don't know.
Right.
How old are you?
20.
You're 20?
Right.
20 years old. 20 years old. And he's facing 20 years old. 20.
Point, you'll also probably have to set a bond on that one, or they may not set a bond. I don't know.
Right.
How old are you?
20.
You're 20?
All right.
Going the wrong way, Mr. Dunham. Really, really begging for a lengthy prison sentence, dude. That's it. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks. Morning, Mr. Wiggins.
What?
How's jail?
Cool.
It's come to my attention that you are violating the conditions that we set out in this court, flaunting it and trying to get a hold of the complaining witnesses in these cases when we've told you not to. Go ahead.
Yes, Judge. The deputy called me this morning and said that the defendant has called the complaining witness twice and the mother of the complaining witness as well. The deputy told me that while listening to these phone calls, he heard the defendant and say things such as, "This is how you take care of things," and that everybody violates their bond conditions and talks to the complainants in these cases. He also heard the defendant make statements saying that he was going to continue to violate bond, and once he gets out, he was going to hire an attorney, but he had previously learned that the defendant was indigent, and so he took this to mean that the defendant was going to commit other criminal acts to get money to hire an attorney.
Can you please notify the other courts as well that are so that they know as well?
Yes, Judge. I just sent a full email to the felony prosecutor in case the deputy hadn't already alerted her. I just went ahead and did it. The deputy, again, is getting the transcripts for these calls, and that the defendant has been using 3 separate inmates' spin codes. That would be Jermaine Brown, Mark Diaz, and Dennis Compton.
Your privileges are hereby revoked. You are not allowed to use the jail phone at all from now on. Do you understand? I think that you are continuing to threat to the public even while being in jail. So your privileges to use the phones at all are hereby revoked.
Judge, I just,
You
again,
just told you.
please stop.
So
And just, I just want to reiterate.
please go ahead.
He's
Yeah.
19. You are taking away his ability to communicate.
I want to know. I honestly want to do like wish someone did a study of just like of the culture of like crime and what age it starts and like why people continue to do certain things. Because him being a 19-year-old or the other dude being a 20-year-old, they're still kids. I'm sorry, you're a fucking kid. I'm sorry. If you're watching this, you're maybe 18, 20. I'm sorry, bro. I look at you as a kid. You don't have any life experience. I'm sorry. No, life is bad growing up. Certain people have worse things than other people growing up and other things they have to overcome. I totally understand that. I totally get that. Everybody life experience is different. I totally get that. But when I look at people like this that's always in trouble, I look at them as kids. The ones that put their hand on the stove when you smack their hand saying no. They do it again, you smack their hand saying no. And then when you finally let them touch it and they realize, oh my God, it's hot. Then you look at them in the face like, well, I told you no multiple times, right? Here's the consequence. Your hand is burnt now. So it's like at a certain age, it's like where do you start just like I know me doing this is gonna lead me to this. He already got told not to contact that person. He's still contacting that person. It's like where in your mindset do you think like maybe I should just sit back and chill? Maybe I should sit back and listen to my attorney. Maybe I should sit back and listen to the judge. The judge told me not to do this. Maybe I should sit back. I ain't gonna do it. Like what makes you like in your right mind just like I'm just gonna keep fucking up. Like I don't know. I don't get it. Maybe it's just the generation I was born in when we used to actually get our ass whooped to like this. Like it's just sad knowing that this dude is 19 years old. He's probably gonna be facing more time. Like and his attorney with the whole don't take his phone away. He's not gonna have the ability to talk to his family. I'm sorry. Like he's not worried about his family. Like obviously he's worried about that person he keeps calling.
at all are hereby revoked.
And Judge, I just,
You
again,
just told you.
Not even.
please stop.
So
And just, I just want to reiterate.
please go ahead.
He's
Yeah.
19. You are taking away his ability to communicate with his family.
But he's making additional threats allegedly, you know? Okay, we're gonna get the records, but until I know that you're not a threat, I mean,
He's typing everything.
every single thing that you say on the phone is recorded.
I know that. So why would I be on it threatening people?
We'll find out. Because I'm gonna ask you, could you mind please pulling all the records, getting all the phone calls, and we'll play them out here in court, and we'll see. And if it's not, then I will gladly give you your phone privileges back, but there have deputies that have pinpointed you allegedly, you and using other people's spin numbers to make phone calls, to make continuing threats, and to further criminality if and when you get out. I don't want you to say anything. That's okay. We're going to find out because I'm going to have them pull all the records, pull all the phone calls, and we'll listen to everything.
Judge, I will also say that the defendant told the complaining witness that this is about the ag assault involving the firearm, that when she got shot, the defendant said that's what happens when you hang out with gangsters.
So pull all that stuff, you know, and all that stuff gets...
Not sure about that one. I'm not sure about that one. That don't sound right. Like, that don't sound right. That don't sound right. That's what happens when you mess with gangsters or you hang out with gangsters. I've been around people that gang bang and stuff like that. I never heard them ever call themselves gangsters. Never. Like I'm serious. Like never. I never heard someone that was gang banger or doing whatever like that I was friends with ever say, something about being gangster or something like that. It's always like how they look at it as it's always like, oh, I'm being real. You know what I mean? You get people say like, oh, I'm being real or I'm a real, you know what I mean, N word or I'm a real, this. You know what I mean? I never heard anybody say, you know, I don't know. That just don't sound right to me.
The defendant told the complaining witness that this is about the ag assault involving the firearm, that when she got shot, the defendant said that's what happens when you hang out with gangsters.
So pull all that stuff, you know, and all that stuff gets... So we need to figure out how, because it's a first for me as far as doing a revocation of privileges like that. As far as revoking phone privileges for inmates.
As far as I know, it has to be through the court order.
Okay. I need to do whatever I can because it's apparently a problem now. So, I guess I'll reach out to administration as well to figure out how, because I mean, it's a first for me.
Judge, just so we're all on the same page, Mr. Wiggins.
This is a prime example of the judge making it crystal clear. No more chances. Mr. Wiggins is in deep, and the situation is escalating. Violating bond conditions, using jail phones to further criminal activity. This is a textbook case of digging your own grave. Will he ever learn?
Right, so what? There's no TV in my tank. There's no nothing. What am I supposed to do?
You're in jail.
It's jail.
What's the point?
Read a book.
There is no books. I read every book in there.
Yes.
Okay. I can't trust you to use a phone, Mr. Wiggins. I mean, you know what's happening. I have other deputies that have alerted us to what's going on. I can't. That's it. I mean, you got to know when you're in the jail, there are eyes all over you. It's like at a casino. You literally have eyes all over you at all times. You got to know that whatever you're doing is always being looked at.
understand that. That's why I wasn't threatening nobody. I didn't say
He's,
anything.
he's
So-
typing
and
everything
then-
you're saying.
Asking them
I
to pull it.
understand. He's talking about I'm doing illegal things when I get out to hire a lawyer and all these other things. That's stupid. I never said
Stop.
anything about it. Anything illegal. That's just
So I guess let's do this. How long will it take you to get those records, do you think?
I'm actually not sure, Judge. I haven't requested jail calls before like that. Let me ask.
Hey, Steph, how long does it take to get jail calls?
We can put a request in, Judge, to our folks. It can take a little time. I've seen it take anywhere from 30 days to longer, but we can put in the request and see if we can rush it, especially if we have specific calls, which I'm guessing you do.
Yes, and the deputy has already, when I spoke to him, he said he was already gathering transcripts through theirs, so it might already be.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's put it
Accelerated.
on for next Friday.
Yes, Judge.
Now, if you can get it quicker, let me know. We'll docket them quicker. And then we'll put it off for a week and then we'll come back in a week and we'll deal with the situation. But okay,
Judge, just, I'm going to be out next week. I can appear on Zoom
okay,
for this. Okay,
absolutely. Yeah. All right. Thanks.
thank you. Can we be excused?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Williams, come on this way. I have it.
I'm gonna take it that that's it. He's on the phone call right now. Let me see.
So if you need something like that.
He's been making phone calls in the jail,
I just wanted to
making
make sure.
threatening phone calls.
Okay. I'm guessing he's on the phone with someone, seeing that if he can get maybe the transcripts a little sooner or something like that. But yeah, he's the driver and like the whole first portion of it of them driving fast and stuff like that. It's like okay, they kind of got slapped in the wrist, honestly. Um, considering like where I'm at right now, like they will lock you up, like they will lock you up. Like the simple fact that they get to go home just with an ankle bracelet and stuff like that. Like I mean, I think the only hardest part was the dude couldn't drive or anything like that. So, um, yeah. So I think that was the worst thing about that. That the dude with the necklace couldn't drive, and the other dude had to um um sign a paper basically stating that he can't do don't do any reckless driving, blah 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 blah, or But I'm pretty sure they both had to pay a fine. I'm 100% sure they had to pay a fine probably. But I mean, that other one at home calling and that's an iffy one. I don't know. That's what happens when you hang out with gangsters. Like that just doesn't even sound right to me. But all right, I'll see you on the next one, man. Peace.